Well, there are still 34 victims of the Boston Marathon bombing in the hospital this evening, one in critical condition. Meanwhile, one of the men suspected of maiming them all rests in fair condition under heavy guard. So much of the investigative energy is now focused on understanding why these two immigrant brothers could turn against the nation that took them in. And tonight, ABC's Dan Harris follows a complex and chilling trail left by Tamerlan Tsarnaev, the elder and apparent mastermind.
For a while, the man police consider the mastermind of the marathon bombings seemed like a normal young guy, the kind who made videos of himself joking around in Russian and posted them on YouTube. Who liked to wear fancy clothes, who was considered a hotshot boxer. The mystery, one in which we are gathering fresh clues tonight, is how this man, who came to this country for a better life, where he got freedom, safety, education, and even welfare checks, how this man allegedly turned on America so mercilessly. Tamerlan Tsarnaev didn't start out so menacing. Here he is as a baby on his mom's lap. That's his dad to the left. This is Tamerlan and his siblings. The little boy in front, that's his little brother Jahar, who would allegedly grow up to be his partner in terrorism. Tamerlan moved to America with his family from a poor and dangerous part of Russia at age 14. He went to a good high school and showed a lot of promise as a boxer. But things started to go wrong not long after he graduated from high school. This is a mugshot from when Tamerlan was arrested in 2009 for allegedly slapping his then-girlfriend. At the time, he told police he was unemployed. He later met and married another woman named Catherine. Her friends have reportedly said Tamerlan was abusive and controlling with her, too. It was at around this time that family members say Tamerlan, who was never much keen on religion before, started to take a deep interest in Islam.
What happened is a terrible thing, but I know that my kids have nothing to do with this. I know it. I am mother.
His mother says she pushed him in this direction because she wanted him to stop smoking and drinking so much.
My kids would never get involved into anything like that.
Somebody radicalized them, but it's not my brother.
But his uncle told us today that there was another major influence in Tamerlan's life, a mysterious man known only as Misha, a radical Muslim convert described as a bald, heavyset man with a red beard. Under Misha's sway, Tamerlan reportedly gave up boxing and his study of music. In Russia today, Tamerlan's mother told us the idea that Misha negatively influenced her son is nonsense. But it's pretty clear that whoever was influencing him, Tamerlan was becoming increasingly severe. He started to attend this mosque here in Cambridge, where on a few occasions he actually got into public fights with the imam.
He stood up and also, challenged and actually called our preacher a hypocrite.
During this time, the Russian government asked the FBI to investigate Tamerlan, worried he had links to extremists in that country.
I used to talk to them. They used to come to our house.
The FBI now says it found no threat and shut down the investigation. Perhaps what is now the most investigated period of Tamerlan's life is the 6-month trip he made to Russia last year. He went to his ancestral homeland, a region with a decades-long Muslim resistance against the central government. The FBI, which is now questioning Tamerlan's parents over in Russia, wants to know whether the young man was recruited or trained by any local Islamist groups during his time there. When he got back home, while he continued to subscribe to a conservative, angry brand of Islam, there was something not so traditional. Tamerlan was a stay-at-home dad, taking care of his 3-year-old daughter while his wife worked 80-hour weeks as a home health aide. The couple even went on welfare intermittently, most recently last year. But despite the fact that the American government was supporting him, and despite the fact that this country had given him so many opportunities, it appears that Tamerlan Tsarnaev started planning his attack several months ago. In February, he went to this fireworks store in Seabrook, New Hampshire.
He just wanted the biggest, loudest stuff that we have in the store.
Now in a hospital bed, Tamerlan's little brother Jahar reportedly says they learned how to make a bomb right off the internet. Days later, with police on their tail, they got into this gunfight with officers. That is them firing from behind their carjacked black Mercedes SUV, according to the man who took these pictures from his bedroom. The photographer says he could see Tamerlan walk toward the officers, firing until he went down and his brother got away. Remarkably, tonight ABC News has learned that police believe during this entire shootout, the semi-automatic pistol in Tamerlan's hand was the only gun the brothers had. That gun was later recovered at the scene of the shootout in Watertown, which means that all day Friday, as the city of Boston was shut down, the man holding it hostage, justifiably considered to be armed and dangerous, was, at least as far as police could tell right now, actually an unarmed 19-year-old curled up and bleeding in the back of a boat. Despite all the evidence, the boy's mother, who pushed them toward religion in the first place, believes they are innocent.
My son was Muslim, that's it.
Tonight, her younger son is facing a criminal charge of using a weapon of mass destruction, which could carry the death penalty, while Tamerlan lies in a Boston morgue. Nobody has stepped forward to claim his body. For Nightline, this is Dan Harris in Boston.